Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator Rome, where we have acquired ourselves quite the empire, really, considering our start. However, we are in dire need of manpower, and army expansion, and also of building various things, in particular, a fortress right here. I also wanted to change the province of Atbaras here over from the cultural assimilation policy to the borderlands policy for the increase on fort defense, just in case Alut decides to be jerks, which I fully expect that they will. So that's probably going to be a thing. In fact, we should go ahead and build a second fort here, get ourselves another fort level. And a third. While we're at it. Okay. So there we go. And we do need to... want to import incense from us. Sure, we will take your money. I'm happy about that, actually. The Puntian army is training here. I do actually want to move the Katabian army into Kataba proper. And I'd really like to have the Saban army actually be in Saba, but that doesn't appear to be an option. I want to raise another Tanin army. I feel like we've definitely got the money, but we need the manpower and we need to bulk up our existing armies first. Like, realistically, I want to have, at this point, like 3 armies in each in each half of our empire. I feel like that's probably a good idea. But as soon as we get back to Katabia... oh, hello. This guy, the governor of Arabia Felix, is, I see. Right. So, a bunch of food was stolen from Arabia Felix, particularly the province of Kataba. We could catch the brigands, we would lose 4,000 manpower, but we wouldn't actually lose 4,000 manpower. It would get a province increase. Or we could just pay money. But I feel like we're going to be at 0 manpower anyway, so all we actually lost there was a little bit of political influence and 343 manpower. Like, that's not the end of the world. Considering that it could have cost us 4,000 manpower. Let's get this army drilling. Fantastic. Now, supply limit here is 16 compared to the 20 here. That makes sense. Okay. So yeah, at this point we basically are just waiting for things to happen. Those things in particular is replenishing our manpower. That is definitely something that we need to have happen. So to that end, let's see if we've got ourselves an unspecialized city here. Here's one. It produces wood. Okay, fair enough, but I'd prefer that we specialize this into a forum. So let's build a single training camp and 2 fora. Yes, that is the plural of forum, at least in my headcanon. So we'll do something along those lines, and that should buy us a little bit more manpower per month, which would be amazing. Then, the next question is, the Saban army is already fully replenished. Which army was it that had the extra light infantry? It was the Katabian. Okay, so we're currently going into the Katabian army. When is Tumulian Petubast going to die? That's the question. I would really like him to die. Like, really, really like this, if he would die. He is incredibly disloyal, and is remaining so. But he's also 72, so he will die soon enough, and once that happens, we can move this army back to Saba proper, and we'll have our 3 armies over here, and we'll need to recruit at least one more. We'll need to recruit a Tanin army, I think. We've got a Guanaran army, but maybe, let's see, let's take a quick look at the region names. I think it would be an Axumite army, actually. We can afford an invention. Do we want any of these? Army morale recovery would be nice, but not right now. Diplomatic reputation is just generally a good thing to have. Let's go for that. There we go. Don't want to fall too far behind on inventions, after all. And that does help our reputation with a loot. I believe. Well, apparently not, but regardless. They're still at war with Egypt, and there's no war goal. Okay, there's no war goal there. That's exciting. They're down to 72 cohorts. 234 manpower. They have a lot of money. If that war continues on, and they weaken substantially enough, we may declare on them. Because I would really love to grab this here. We could maybe fabricate a claim, but I'd rather not do that until I decide that we are going to fight them, because that will give them a negative relations penalty. There are war refugees fleeing this war. An Axumite freeman in Demut? Or a loot gaining 40 opinion of us. I'll take the freeman. We're planning for a war with them anyway, so we're going to need to deal with that eventually. And that'll help us with our manpower output. Fantastic. We're up to 359 per month. And are we on... We're on Oratalt. Okay, fantastic. Our manpower is really coming along very, very nicely. We can construct ourselves an additional building in Guara. I'm just looking at our optimal ratio here. We're at 47%. I think I would like to get one more forum to bring us up properly over 50%. So that means that we would need 5 of those, and then we just bulk up our number of training camps when we're just trying to get manpower like this. So overall, this seems to be going reasonably well. You'll notice that I'm keeping these forts here. That is 100% on purpose. We cannot hold a loot if they get out of this war with Egypt. Oh, hello. Uh-huh. They're up to 117 cohorts. They must have hired mercs, because they didn't have manpower. And they just gained 30 cohorts. Oh. Mayin is going to declare on us. Who are they allied with? Just us. They don't have access to iron, do they? I'm okay with this. Even if they get Kataba on their side, it's gonna have a 5-year truce. Yeah, I think this is fine. I'm like 45% certain that this is fine. Let's go ahead and upgrade Shire as soon as we can on this next month tick. We should have enough. There we go. And then Ukra we need to upgrade as well. And then Tana's almost fully upgraded. Yeah, all we need to do is upgrade Ukra, actually. That's pretty neat. And then we'll probably make Guara into a metropolis. Yeah, I mean, we still have plenty of food here. No doubt about that. And that costs 400 gold. Okay, and we need 80 population, so we can't do that just yet. And as we get higher up, we may need to build some aqueducts. Each aqueduct only gives 4 population capacity. Interesting. Yes, we will take your money. Thank you very much. I will happily take your money. Do you want to become a feudatory? Actually, no. Interesting. Because they are negative stability and in war exhaustion? It's interesting that that gives them reasons to not do it. Anyway, we're probably going to annex Axum at some point in the relatively near future, but as of right now, we definitely need to be replenishing our armies, growing our armies, and preparing for fights against Alut and Mayin, and maybe another against Kataba. Are they allied with anybody? They are. Thamud. Which is these guys? Yeah, that's not amazingly relevant. Okay. There's a pretender support here. Stop that, please. Thank you very much. Is there another one? Or is this the same guy? Not sure. Oh, it's gone now. Okay, fantastic. It just took a little bit of time for that to tick in. Well, the Katabian army only needs about 3,000 more troops, so that'll be done relatively soon, realistically. Only about, what, 10 more months? It's not bad. We can afford another invention, but I think I'm going to save up and start Yukra upgrading to a city first. And of course, it does bear noting that our population capacity is increased by number of trade routes, as well as our civic advances and our civilization value. And our marshal just died. That's actually probably a good thing. Let's see about a new one. It's only losing one martial ability, and this guy is part of a scorned family. So I think we gotta go for him. Support my heir, please. Stop being a jerk. Okay. We found this city. Fantastic. They did upgrade Axum to a city, so that's good. Or maybe it started as a city. I don't actually remember. I think it did start as a city, now that I think about it. And the real question is, how do we get up to 80 pops? I feel like that's mostly a tech thing. Like, our civic advances increase it by 8%. Every time we get a civic advance, how much does that increase it by? It doesn't... Oh, every level increases it by 2%. Okay. Okay. Incendiary Slave speaks in Malau. Where is Malau? Malau. Right here. Okay. A hot-headed slave with a talent for oration by the name of Ameni has been stirring up his fellow bondsmen in the city of Malau. The local authorities have so far managed to keep the situation under control, but the brazen fool continues to hold forth on the corruption and unfairness of the political system, with Legis II Petubast receiving honorable mentions. The slave population of the entire province of Punt has by now heard of his exploits, and the city elites and slave owners are demanding immediate action to ensure the status quo is not disturbed further and any slave rebellion is crushed before it can be allowed to ferment. So we would kill a slave pop and gain 10 popularity. Now we would go well over our popularity cap there. Okay, that would also gain us 4 tyranny. We could gain 5 popularity here and would not kill a slave pop, but it would reduce local slave output by 15% until for 10 years. And we'd lose 15 political influence. Alternately, we could lose popularity, and we could promote him, and we could lose unrest there. I don't think we really have much for unrest in this area. Yeah, no, we're pretty good on the unrest front. Not too concerned about that. I feel like this option here, divide the group and deal with the leader, is the one to go for. We don't kill a pop, and we don't overcap our popularity by quite as much. There we go. And if we happen to have a rebellion over there, we can always hire a merc. It's not the end of the world. Fantastic. Now the next question is, do we want to have Durai also be a fort city? I feel like that would be kind of funny. And if that's the case, then we could probably get rid of the forts back here. Like, I really feel like they're going to have a hard time pushing through here. Especially if we have double forts there. Like, that's going to be a little insane. How are they doing in these wars anyway? They're at 133 cohorts, they have no manpower, they're gaining 238 a month, so we're replenishing faster than they are. They're losing against these dudes, and they're winning against Egypt. Okay, fair enough. Well, they're barely... It's more of a draw against Egypt, really. Oh, Thamud has some holdings up here. I didn't realize that. Okay, who's a disloyal character here? Timoleon Petibast? You don't... Wait, he has loyalty? No, he has no loyalty. That's indicating his power base, right? 15.05? I'm actually not sure what that 15.05 is. Yeah, that is his power base. Okay. But interestingly, that's actually only 9.62 of the total power base, but whatever. This guy is losing loyalty, Nicodemus Senuid. He is the governor of Arabia Felix. I am going to go ahead and attempt to do something about this. We'll try to befriend him. Why is he losing loyalty right now? Lost holdings, power base, patronage... Or actually, just power base. It's pretty much just power base. We would gain 5 tyranny for this. I feel like no. 5 tyranny is not worth it. Yeah, 5 tyranny is not worth it. Did these guys actually break their alliance with us yet? No, they did not. Okay. Good to know. Well, we have every city in the Tana province upgraded. Fantastic. We'll give this guy a bunch of gold. From our personal wealth, not from the national wealth. National wealth? That's an interesting way to put it. We'll go ahead and found a city over here. Excellent. We could lose 10 political influence and gain a moderate amount of progress towards befriending this guy, and that's exactly what we're going to do. However, we also do need to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the subscriber gods, and by subscriber gods, I actually mean engagement gods. They are not going to be happy at me for that one. That's not going to go well. I'm going to have to leave an extra special offering for them. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, and subscribes. It's just a small part of the engagement gods, though. And I will see you all next time.